Yes. Oh, he didn't piss me off. I just don't like people telling me, how to run my scopes. That kind of irks me. But I still if you haven't invited.
Yeah, I got about five
First
minutes.
question, was that you on Snapchat?
Yes, it was me.
I thought it was
This,
Jimmy. Some people said that was
no,
Jimmy.
no, this is my account. He doesn't have any of my passwords anymore. I got all
Okay,
accounts,
I didn't know because people said,
but
"Fuck, that's Jimmy fucking to
no,
you," and
no,
this
it
and
was me.
that. And it's like, oh fuck, Jimmy's playing games with me.
No, I got about 5 minutes, and I got to plug my phone in because it's gonna die. Because I'm about like at 15%. So, but I can call it
First
again
off,
later
how
as
you
well.
been? How you been?
Oh, pretty good. Not too bad.
You glad to be home?
I am a little bit, yeah. It's
I know
it's
you.
it's kind of mixed feelings a little bit, but
Yeah.
because
Like I
it
said,
was
I
nice.
don't follow Jimmy and stuff. I mean, he blocked me for some reason. I don't know why. I just happened to. I thought it was maybe as him because it
Yeah.
seems like he blocked me for a couple. I don't know, like 3 or 4 days ago, and it's like, wow,
Huh.
okay, because I couldn't find his account, and
Yeah.
then I saw you followed me. Then I'm following me. Then you followed me again, and I said, well, let me message him on Snapchat.
Yeah. I got a
Oh,
new
that's
phone, so
good.
I'm still
Okay, I
I'm
thought
still
that.
working it. I've got a
I
I've
thought.
got a new phone, so I'm still working out the bugs on this phone. So
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, you don't have to answer these questions, but you see, I don't know if you could talk. And did you see Jimmy put his hands on Kate?
no, he never did.
He never did.
No. I know what
Okay.
everybody's saying and what they're saying, but they're just taking bits and pieces of things and piecing it together to make it look like they did before. I mean, he never did. I mean, he never talked to her that way. I saw never. And he never put his
So,
hands on her.
no,
Never
they
did
came.
anything.
He came on
So,
Periscope and not
I
Periscope.
mean,
Didn't he come on his YouTube and said they hit each other though?
he did, but I mean, it was not. It wasn't. You know how people have little lover spats and lover. It was. I mean, it was nothing that was
Physical.
major like they're making it out to be. It was not anything. It wasn't anything knock down, drag out fight.
Oh, he never. You never saw him. You not. You don't know if he did. I mean, you was there all the time, right? More or less.
More or
Besides when you
less,
was at
yeah.
work, but you never
Yeah.
seen him actually physically put his
No.
hands on her.
No. I mean, he did not put his hands on her. I mean, it was just like a little lovers spat, lovers quarrel kind of thing. And that was it. I mean, no, he would never do that. He loves her too much. So he would not do that. They love each other, so they would never do that.
But why do you think he came on
So,
Scope and said that they hit each other though? You think he
but
just
that
did it just to trigger people, or
that I don't know. I don't know what we never usually talked about the stuff that went online. He would just do all that. So he would never we never talked about that too much.
for shock value? People think maybe he did it for shock value reasons. Why he said it, like people say things just to.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think he would do that, but I know a lot of the stuff he was saying. He was
Stormy,
coming
can you
back
call in Stormy? Would you talk to Stormy?
to
She's really sweetheart.
yeah. I'll talk to
Oh,
him.
can
If
you
I don't
call
want
in
to answer anything, I
Stormy?
want to answer it. Yeah, I got let's see, I'm at 18%. I can talk for a little bit.
Yeah,
And then no, if I don't want to answer stuff, I'm just not gonna answer it. So
exactly. Yeah, that's how I am.
yeah, my sister's doing good. She's here now. She's there, so thank you.
Yeah,
I
because I
can't
don't
plug
know.
my
I'm
phone
not
in.
a. I'm not a
Won't work.
question. I'm not. I mean, people. Stormy's a good question. I don't know what to ask. Really, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't want to answer it. I want to answer it. So
That's
that's
true.
Oh, absolutely. How are you feeling since you've been back? Like eating
it.
well and all that stuff?
Oh yeah. Oh, I was eating. I know when I was up there and you saw it that I said I wasn't eating. I mean, I didn't because I never have eaten. I've never been a big eater. That's the big thing. I've never. I mean, I'll drink all the time. I've never cared about eating. I mean, when I don't eat. I mean, it was not.
Yeah.
And I mean, I know I said that, and everybody like blew it out of proportion while I was there. I mean, it's not
Yeah.
like I wasn't eating. Period. I mean, because I do. I don't. Every once in a while, I get a hunger pain, but if I'm not hungry, then I won't eat anything. That's the way I've always been. So.
Yeah. Well, that's understandable. How is your family? Was everybody happy to see you? And
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Everybody was. I mean, I kept in contact with everybody. I know everybody was saying. I heard whatever and he wouldn't let me talk to nobody and all that. But I mean, I talked to him every week. I would call him every week and see what was going on, and we would talk and everything. I mean, so it's not like anything. It's not like he just cut me off completely and that was it and everything like everybody was talking about. So
yeah, that was, I think, a major concern from a lot of people. Is a lot of people thought you were completely cut off, and anybody. That's actually a really
yeah,
good question. So there's been a lot of kind of popped up niece or people who have worked with you before. Are you aware of any of that?
I have not heard any of that. No,
Okay.
I haven't heard any of that. No.
All right. Are you still walking?
Bits and pieces, yes. I am still well, I still walk around the block every day. I'm still on vacation. So
Right. I
I'm
bet.
going back. I'm actually going back to work tomorrow.
Oh,
I've been on
tomorrow.
vacation
Wow.
for a couple weeks, so but yeah, no, I'm in the process of looking for transportation, so
Yeah. All right. Did you lived with your parents before, right? Or did you
yes.
I wasn't too sure. Oh, okay. So did you
Yeah.
just move back in with them?
Yeah, I just moved back home, yeah.
Oh, that's nice. I bet they were thrilled.
But yeah, yeah. So we're slowly getting back into the thing, but things have changed. It's better than it was before. It was better. That was one of the things when I left um that actually Jimmy did help me with. I mean, I know everybody says he's not doing anything, he's doing it, but he really is. He really changed, and he is changing for the better. I know everybody's dwelling on the past and everything, but I mean, he has done. I mean, he helped me do so much and learn so much in the time that I was there that I know people just don't see it and they think, oh, well, he's just scripted all that, but he didn't. I mean, he had me think of things outside of what I thought, and then when I come home, it's just been like a complete shift from what it used to be when I left. Because I'll tell you, before I left, I mean, I did nothing. I would go to work, I'd come home and eat, and that'd be it. I wouldn't do nothing. I'd go nowhere, do nothing, not help around the house, not do anything.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, he did. I mean, he helped. He's the one that got me out on walking. I didn't want to walk. I had no interest in doing that at all. And then he's helped me do everything. I mean, he that for the better. I mean that it was. And I know everybody's because that's the same. And I have heard that everybody's like, oh no, he won't let you do anything. He's doing this. I mean, they've said that all day long, but it's not. I mean, I know I could say it all day long, nobody believe it, but I mean, he has changed from what he has been before, and he's been changing and owning up to all the stuff. So I mean, now since I was there, that he has owned up to a lot of stuff that he has done. If everybody would
Mm-hmm.
just give him a chance to try and do it, but as soon as he tries to, then everybody wants to break. So,
Mm-hmm. Do you have, since you've left, have you had a lot of contact with him? Like, not public, not comments on YouTube or anything, but like, do you guys talk at
yes, we do.
all? You do. You
We
do.
have, yes. Yeah.
Um, and like just like Donlod said before, anything you don't want to answer, don't answer at all.
Yeah.
Obviously, there was a big about you coming out and you coming to kind of realize your sexuality or accept your sexuality for yourself. Is that something you still feel? That sounds weird to say. Are you still gay? But essentially, that's what I'm asking.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure.
Okay.
That's been a major thing
Hmm.
to gone. So that's,
Of course, I have a close friend who came out much later in life, so I know that that's confusing and difficult, and there's so much that goes into that. Did you? Some people felt like he may have been kind of pushing you in a sexuality. Did you feel that at all?
No. I mean, hold on, let me plug in. We would hold on, let me plug in my telephone. Hold on.
Sure.
No, I mean, we would sit there. There was no pressure. I mean, we would sit there and talk about everything.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, we would sit down. I mean, we'd have conversations about things and talk about things, and then I'd find out everything and then figure it all out myself. That was the thing I never did, because I would always sit there and wait for somebody something. I've been wait for somebody to say, or make one for me. And I've always been that way. I'm still he helped me with that a little bit, but I'm still a little bit that same way about letting somebody decide something. I don't want to decide anything. So,
yeah, there was talk. There was the YouTube where he talked about he believed you went there to kill him or take over his life. It was kind of a little muddled. Do you have any kind of comments?
Yes, actually go up there because I was jealous. He was getting all, because pretty much to me, he was having the life I wanted when I was 25. That was my biggest thing, because I saw him doing all the stuff that I wanted to do, and I didn't get to do it because I was too lazy and I didn't want to do it. And that I think that was why I think that's what drew me into everything in the life that I wanted, pretty much.
Interesting. Just kind of like the carefree aspects of it, or
going where you want to go and doing what he wanted to do and everything. And I've always been so lazy, so I've never wanted to do anything, and I think that was the biggest thing when I saw him come on the first time. That was the biggest thing.
A lot of people are asking about you supporting them, them, Jimmy and Kate. Were you paying all of the bills or some of them? Because there were times where he said you were paying off his debt and accruing your own debt while paying all the bills. And I know that that's a pretty personal question, but it was kind of confusing because, but it's three adults being supported by, one other adult, which is like an unusual situation.
I'm not going to answer because we talked about the money part. We never talk about the money part, so everybody can figure out what they want. I mean, if he wants to say something, then he can say it, but
okay, absolutely. Are you? Oh yeah, there was people have said that they've seen you send him $10 super chat. Is that you? That there's
yes, that's me. Yes, if you see wherever you see me, that's me. I've changed before I left. Before I left, I changed all my accounts, so everything you see is now me. He does not have any of my passwords or nothing, so everything is me now. That was one of the things that we changed before I left.
Interesting.
So.
This sounds funny. So where he said where he was eating organic, was eating better than you and Kate. He was eating organic, and you and Kate were eating like kind of just whatever cheap food you could get. Was that communicated correctly? Like was that understood correctly? Because that was the general walk away. So it seemed kind of
he
odd.
did. He had the organic food because he was using organic food because it was better. He was trying to eat healthier, and it was better for everything. And I'm not on the organic train. I mean I tried some stuff and it was okay, but I'm not on health, organic, all that. So he would have that, and then I would have like the food. We'd have like just buy the regular Walmart groceries, and that's what I would have. I mean, some of the organic stuff I would have, but I'm not a big organic person. I'm not. I mean, I'm into eating healthy, but I'm not into all the organic. So yeah, so he did have that.
Yeah.
So that was he had that part, and because Kate would have the organic food as well, or she'd have the regular food, either one. So
Oh, interesting. From your perspective, not necessarily was this like the reality, but kind of before you went there, whatever. Did you ever you had more than friends relationship with Jimmy? Did it ever feel to you, whether that was you found out later maybe that wasn't the case or whatever, but did it ever feel more of, I hate to say sexual because online doesn't always mean sexual, but sometimes it can be more than friends, did you ever feel like maybe head towards a boyfriend type relationship or a crush type thing? Was that ever something like that played into it for you?
at first
I
I did,
realize
yeah,
that his answer to that may be different than yours, so
yeah. Well,
it's
yeah,
just
because we're
your
there. But
perspective.
yeah, it did at first. It did, yeah. For
Okay.
in my mind, it did for a while. Yes, it did when I was trying to figure stuff out. That in my mind,
Mm-hmm.
and eventually we finally hashed it out and had a talk and everything. So we got all that fixed and squared away. But yes, at the beginning it did. It was in my mind at the beginning. Yes.
Yeah. Was that something you guys hashed out like after you got there or
Yeah,
before?
we did it after I got there. Yeah,
It was
a
after you
little
got
bit. It
there.
was a few months after I got there.
Um. Oh, that's a good question. Do you think Jimmy is bisexual or pansexual or fluid or anything? I know he's kind of he's indicated that from time to time, and then
I
sometimes he'll say he's straighter.
I don't know. I really don't. I really do not know on that. Because
Yeah.
from what I've seen, no. From what I saw, no. But I mean, I know what he said online and everything. But from what I saw, I don't. I'm going to say no. But
Mm-hmm.
like I said, I can't speak for him, so I'm not sure.
Interesting. Was there? He kind of indicated recently that there was tension between you and Kate. Was that something that was always there? Was it there and then went away and then grew? Or I know some living together in such close quarters can often change that type
That
of
is
stuff.
part of it. Yeah. I mean, it was the biggest thing was um, we didn't know each other that well. It was kind of
Mm-hmm.
just being thrown together. So it was kind of
Mm-hmm.
hard to adjust because I was having to adjust. I know because they had already been there for
Yeah.
having for me coming up, having to adjust to new surroundings and everything. It was just kind of being like thrown in. So it was just kind of like a weird situation. But I
Yeah.
mean, it wasn't anything. I mean, it was. I mean, we finally got to know each other. But it
Yeah.
was just like it was like one of those that you just go in and everybody expects it just to work out and I'll be good and everything. Not what happened.
Yeah. He at one point indicated that you were attracted to Kate. Was that something you felt, or was that maybe something he kind of verbalized? Or
I hadn't heard that, so I don't know on that one. I'm not sure on that one.
okay,
I
did you ever
didn't hear
like
that.
feel an attraction to her?
No,
Okay.
no, that I did not know because I
Okay.
knew they
And
were
I know
together.
sometimes
So.
people will take that as an insult, but oh my god, like be around anybody can be around people they're not attracted to. That's not an insult. That's just fact. Thank you.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, were you on the lease?
Yes, I was. Yeah, all three of
Um
us were on the lease.
oh wow, okay. I didn't know that. Um oh yeah, getting laid off. tell us a little bit about how that worked? Because there was a lot of confusion for whether you got laid off or you gave notice or.
No, I was working there, and they told us that because I was working in a certain department, and they told us that by the end of March, making new positions, that they were getting rid of the position I had, getting rid of a bunch of the managers, and they're restructuring stuff and doing it, and we could reapply for things. And if we didn't reapply for anything, by the end, then we'd either have to take what they had, take some in another store, or just eventually we'd have to quit. So that was that part. I mean, but because it was
That
going to be
person.
by the end of March, so.
Okay, I see. Was there ever any like resentment from you for being like the only one working, like the only one bringing in kind of an outside income or a large portion of the income? I mean, for me personally, I would grow to resent that. So that's kind of why I asked that.
Me, I don't. I mean, because he worked too. I mean, I know everybody says he's, but when he worked, I mean, he would work online from about the moment when he would work, and he would work until I got her, and then stop, says it's not work, but he was working, and I mean, but I know I never had any issue. I mean, it was like I was just doing what I was doing my own thing, pretty much doing what I normally do and everything. So I never had any resentment toward that.
Oh, interesting. What there were times where he seemed kind of aggressive with you in front of the camera, or kind of pushing you, or a lot of people thought you felt looked annoyed or anything. Did you people project their feelings, so I'm asking how you
Yeah,
felt in those
it
situations.
was because I think the problem with me and that was we were like always button heads. That was the biggest thing.
Uh-huh.
Much alike, and you know how they say that how two people are alike, they can't get along. You know, I mean, we
Yeah.
got along, but it was like I wanted to be right and he wanted to be right. So it's like we were both going to be right, and we knew we were both right. It was just one of those that you couldn't we both couldn't be right at the same time all the time. But
Yeah.
oh yeah, that was the biggest thing, because we always had our ways of doing things and knew we were right and wanted the other one to be right. So
That's funny. Did you? Okay, so there was a time where he talked about you guys getting in like water fight or throwing water at each other. Anything? Do you? Was that?
oh, you're talking about the YouTube video? We did a
Yeah.
YouTube video. Yes, we did. He said something, or did I say something? No, I said something. I can't remember. Did I say something? He said something. Yeah, whatever he said on the video, that was true. Yes, whoever threw, I can't remember what it was, but whoever did it, I think I threw the water. Or
Yeah.
I think I threw the water at him, I believe, because he said something and I got mad. And I mean, it wasn't that much. It was just like a half a glass of water, but I did throw the water because
Yeah.
he had, and I mean, the glass, it was like a half a glass, and I just threw it, and that's what happened on that one. So yeah, that video, that YouTube video, yeah, the one he was talking about. But yeah, I got mad. I lost my temper, and I did throw the water. Yes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it happens, and like I said earlier, three adults in such close quarters. Of course, there's going to be like some
Mhm.
confrontations. Was that the only time like anything was like thrown? Was that, or was that kind of more common? Because I don't know. Some people, people often say like, "Oh, Italians just throw things," or Greeks just throw plates, or like whatever. So was that like the anytime that there was like water thrown at each other, or that? like kind of normal how you guys like fought?
I lost my temper on that one because I don't remember, he said something that I got mad at, and that was when I just, that was the only thing I had in my hand at the time, and I got mad. And but
Yeah.
no, that was, I mean, I did that. I'm responsible for that one, but no, he never did. He was never into fighting. I mean, he never did fight, never did, was never into any of that. He was always the peacemaker, trying to make the peace and everything. So. But
Interesting.
I just got mad that one time because it struck a nerve, and that was the one and only time that I did something like that.
Yeah. Okay, for you guys in the comments, he said earlier that he's not going to talk about the financial stuff. So I know you guys, there's a couple people keep asking the same question. So that's been touched on a little bit.
Just be kind. I'm not letting 3 up there because of the glitch. Go ahead, Stormy.
So for us from the outside, along with your weight loss, we've seen a lot of weight loss from Kate, like almost to a really concerning level. But you've as frail as she does on camera.
No, she's not. I mean, I mean, I know what it looks like, but I mean, she was like me. When she wanted to eat, she would eat, and if she didn't want to eat, she didn't want to eat. I mean, that was me and her were alike on that one. If we got hungry enough, we'd eat, but most of the time, if we didn't want to, we wouldn't eat. I mean, that was the biggest thing. But no, when she wanted to eat, she would eat. I mean, it looks different.
Go ahead. Was there where, I think the biggest thing people are wanting to know, were there times where there wasn't food in the house and you guys were hungry? That's I think.
In a few days, like before payday, it'd be like maybe like one or 2 days before payday, we wouldn't have anything. But no, we to eat.
Okay.
There was always food in there.
Okay. And a lot of people kind of feel or felt that essentially he's eating took priority over yours and Kate's. Did you feel that way?
No,
Okay.
no, it never. I mean, it's when he wanted to eat, he wanted to eat. I mean, that was what he did. Whenever he wanted to eat, we'd eat. So.
A lot of people are asking about, so he mentioned a few times actually that the 3 of you still slept in the same bed. Was that awkward for you? Was that unusual?
It wasn't all the time. I mean, it was towards the end because because the one bed had got damaged, so I ended up having the bed like for a while. And then Kate asked if she could have the bed because her back was hurting. So I said, "Yeah, you can have the bed." So I let them have the bed, and then I I was laying there, and then it was only for like I think like 2 or 3 days that because I was waiting to get something else because what I was sleeping in, it was hurting my knee so bad. So I mean that was it. I mean it was only like 2 or 3 days. It wasn't like forever.
How did the other bed get damaged?
That was damaged before I got there, so I'm not sure on that one.
Oh, okay.
I think it was water damage, but I don't really know.
Okay. You guys, the comments make me laugh sometimes. Okay,
yeah, I'm reading some of them as I'm going along. So
is that essentially your father called and threatened to tell you? Is that how that?
No, it has nothing to do. My dad never even talked to him, so I don't came up with that story. But when I first went up there, I got up there and I didn't call him for about. I called him when I got there and told him I would call him back, and I didn't call him for about a month because I was working on myself and working on stuff. And then I called him and told him, I said, I will call you. I said, just don't call me. I said, I'll call you when I'm ready. I'm just working on some stuff. So they said, okay. And then everything got blown out of proportion. That's when everybody started saying that we talked to them and all this, and that had nothing to do with it. I mean, it was just like, if I want to call him, I'm going to call him. But I waited and I called him. I usually called him like every Friday. I would call them after work on either a Friday or Saturday. And we'd talk for at least 5 minutes. We would talk. So
Interesting. Okay, a lot of this kind of keeps being brought up a little bit. Is Jimmy in contact with you right now? Asking these questions. Is he texting you or snapping you or anything
no, he's
during
not.
this? Okay.
No.
There also so a niece of yours supposedly has and on TikTok Jimmy about a lot of how things happened. Um have you been in contact with her since you've been home? Is that good?
I don't know anything about my niece being on there. Oh, yeah, I saw her when I went to the hospital. I saw her, but I
Oh,
don't
okay.
know. I don't know anything about. I mean, I heard something, but I don't know anything as what was said or anything like that. So I don't know. I know that a lot of people have made stuff up about certain people saying things and doing things that I don't know
Mm-hmm.
where in the world they got that information from, but
Well, yeah. I mean, I think what was it, Donlod yesterday or the day before that there was somebody in here claiming that they were claiming that they worked with you, Josh, and I was like, okay, this person
Yeah,
keeps saying
yeah.
like I'm texting Josh
Uh,
right now and all this
well, that's
stuff, and I'm
good.
like, no, you're
what
not,
was the
lady.
woman's name? Oh
Let's
shit.
see, since nobody where I worked knew that I was online, so I know it couldn't be. And from where I was at before, I didn't talk to anybody. That's kind of good.
Well, I thought it was
That's
really
some
kind of
Grace
funny. Yeah,
woman.
Ruby Grace. Ruby
Yeah,
Grace
Ruby
was the name,
Grace.
and I thought it
Huh.
was kind of funny because let's tell people we're on Periscope.
New one because I don't even know anybody named Ruby Grace, so that's a good one. Because there's nobody I
Here's
worked
a
with
quick
named
call
Ruby,
in
so
either. That's funny. She said she was in the hospital or her mom's on life support or something. She couldn't
okay.
call in at the time.
Alrighty then.
That's funny.
That's a new one on me.
um, what? Yeah, what was the deciding factor to go back home because of the sick relative?
That was the biggest thing, yes. Was
Okay.
my sister. That was one of the things. And then that was the biggest thing. But the other part was that we pretty much all of us I mean when I got that we were working on everything because we were all so much alike, so we were helping each other try to
Mm-hmm.
figure out what was good and what was bad. And there was a lot of stuff. I mean, I like I said, I learned a lot of stuff, and Jimmy learned a lot of stuff. So it was
Mm-hmm.
basically like the end. I mean, there really wasn't anything else that we could learn, and it just so happened that at the same time that must happened with my sister, so it just worked out all at the same time. So he said that's pretty much a good way to go ahead and end things.
Yeah. Um, if you had the opportunity to go back, would you go back, or are you kind of content with where it's at and being back home?
Um, I would like to go back someday, but I'm good where I'm at right now. Back home with a fresh mindset and get out of the old habits because I got out all of my old habits. So it was nice to
Mm-hmm.
come with a fresh perspective over and just start living my life now. So
Interesting. Interesting. So you really feel that grew from the experience, like personally.
yes, big time. Yes, we
Okay.
all
How's your
did.
sister now?
We all grew from that experience. It was something we all grew from that because we all learned about each other and we learned stuff about ourselves that we never knew. So
Mm-hmm. Um, how is your sister since you've been home? You mentioned going to the hospital.
Doing good. She's here. She's staying here with us. She had to stay with somebody for 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So she's staying here. She's doing really good. She's doing a lot better. So I'm walking around today. So she's getting a lot better.
Good. Do you did you have, so there was a lot of talk about you not having access to social media, you not having access to your phone at certain times. Like, was that true? Were you, having to, like, essentially turn in your phone when you weren't at work, or when you
No, that's not true. We all had our own phones. I
Mhm.
decided, it was me when I got up there. Before I got up there, I decided that I wanted to get away from everything. I wanted to start fresh because I was tired of everybody and whispering in my ear stuff. And we talked about it, and I said, I said I'm just going to delete everything, delete it all off the phone, go away for a little while, work on myself, and then come back, which is what I did. That um, that's what I ended up doing. I always had my phone. I always had my phone. So I mean, it wasn't like he just cut it off and said, "Here you go, that's it," and everything. I mean, but yeah, no, so I told him that. So it was how much time I actually wasted because I realized before I went up there, I would, like I said, I would come home and do stuff after I'd eat. I'd come in here and lay down. I'd be on Facebook. I'd be on Instagram. I'd be here on
Mhm.
Periscope from about 7 o'clock until about 12 o'clock every night, all day, every day. So, and then once I didn't have it, I realized how much extra time I had and stuff I could do with that time. Because I mean, I don't realize how addicting it is. I mean, it was so addicting to me. It
Mhm.
was very addicting. And it was nice just to get away. And it's nice to know that I can just come in here like home. And I mean, I go like once a day. I'll look at everything for about
Mhm.
5 minutes and that's it.
Interesting. You sound a lot happier now. Like, you really sound a lot happier.
Yes,
I mean,
that
I,
was
I
one of the
think being
things.
home is probably
That was one of the things that he helped me with too. Yeah, that was one of the things Jimmy helped me with.
so
So,
interesting. Um. Okay, so if you thought what Jimmy was doing was causing him harm, Jimmy harm, um, even if he may uh, not like something, like your opinion on the situation or something, would you still be so supportive of it? Like, do you understand that maybe he's not making the best choices for himself? Would you still be so supportive, or would you be able to separate yourself and say, hey, yourself?
uh, no, I'd still be supportive. I mean, I just sit there, like I've told him. I said, I'll be here if you want to talk, and just to say, but I can listen.
Mm-hmm.
That was the biggest thing, is just like bouncing off ideas or just getting stuff out that need to get out. That was the big release, was just letting stuff out that needed to come out. I mean, I did the same thing. I mean, I would sit there and do the same thing. So I mean, it was no, but I don't sit there because I don't tell him what to do, because he can do what he wants. I don't sit there and tell him this is good, this is bad.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I just say I just, like I told him, I said I'm here for you. Whenever you want to talk, I'll be here. So
Yeah. Um. Do you feel that Kate's in danger in any way now that you're not there?
no, she's never been in danger. She, I,
Okay.
she's never been she. What was I say? No, she's never been in danger. So
Is Jimmy different off camera?
no, he's the same as he is on camera. What you see on camera is what you see. What's behind the scenes. Yeah, I mean, off camera he's a little bit quieter sometimes, but not as much. I mean, so what you see on camera is what you get in real time.
Interesting. So you kind of said you would kind of support him no matter what, truly. Um he would do something that would cause harm to himself or Kate. Like you're just you're nice, Josh. You're just like a nice guy. You just kind of exude like a nice aura. So
No, if he would do something that would be harmful, I mean, I would speak up on that part. If he would ever
okay.
want to do anything to harm him or Kate or somebody else, no, I would speak up on that part. But he's never done that or never said anything about doing that. So
Okay. Okay. Um yeah, do you think Kate is happy there? Did you see happiness from her? A lot of times when we see her on camera, especially recently, it's not, kind of the happy, bubbly Kate that were first introduced to.
he's been happy. Yeah, it's just, I mean, I know I can't speak for her, so I really don't know from her, but she's been happy the whole time. I don't know if it's just everything that's happened at once, or like I said, I don't know. But oh yeah, the whole time she was always had that bubbly personality and everything. But I don't know if it's just everything that's happened at one time coming
Mm-hmm.
on, or just like coming to a head. I don't know if that's done anything. So that I
Mm-hmm.
don't know.
Um. Oh, that's actually a good question. Do you still were what when you were there? I know you left to work, obviously, so there were a lot of hours of the day you weren't there. But did you see police called there? Like police show up a lot.
I only know of one time when
Oh,
I was
okay.
there. They were called one time that I was involved in. I don't know after that.
And that go. Did they talk to each of you? Did they just make sure you guys were alive or okay? Or
That was actually I can't remember if that was I don't know if we did a YouTube on that one or not, but that was that one I won't talk did not involve them, that involved me. So
okay,
it
okay.
was mainly me. So
You said earlier that you had not daily contact with your family, but you were in contact with your family. Talk about Kate being completely alienated from her family.
that I don't know. I mean that was her decision or anything. I just know what I've seen online and I don't
Mm-hmm.
know anything firsthand on that one. So I mean I can't actually answer that one. I've been like everybody
Okay.
else, seeing what's online and
Just
everything. Never witnessed anything like that, so I don't know. I don't
okay.
know what she's been through and all that, so I can't answer that one.
Okay.
I mean,
Well, okay, you guys in the chat saying he lived there. He also walked very far to work and worked a full-time job. There's many hours he wasn't there.
yeah, I would
Um,
work because I worked usually from 7 to 4, and then I
oh
had
my
another
gosh.
part-time job, so I wouldn't get home until usually about like 10 or 10:30 when I worked the other job. So I
Wow.
don't know what
Okay, what
happened
time
between
did you get up in the morning to leave for work?
Ooh-wee.
5 o'clock.
Wow.
I got up at 5 and I left, got ready and left about 5:15, and then by the time I got there, it was usually about 6:30 every day. And I mean, it wasn't that. It was. I think it was like I was there and 5 miles back. I think something like that. I think it was like 10 miles total. But
You never took
like
the
I said
bus or
before,
anything, or
I did. It just got too expensive to take the bus because it was like a dollar. I think it was like $1.75. Just so. I mean, sometimes I would take it. I took it for a while and then but if it got really bad or something, I would take it. But most of the time it wasn't bad. I mean, the walk was not bad at all. The mildest winters they ever had, so that was a good thing. There was only a few days it got really cold, but I had all my stuff on, so it wasn't bad at all.
I think I could do it.
I said I was adamant about that, but I was like, I had to get to work somehow. There's like no choices. Once I did it, I was man for the first week. They could tell that I was I was mad, but then once I did it, I mean, it started getting better, and I missed it. Like on the days I was off, I actually missed it. Missed walking to
Well,
work.
yeah, that makes sense. That's like people
Yeah.
who exercise every day and
Yeah.
just get used to it, get used to the feeling of it and everything. Tomorrow, are you
No, I'm going to be. Well, tomorrow I'm because they're gonna have the car, and then we're gonna figure something out in the next. Just depending on what time I'll be working, we're gonna figure something out, and then figure all that out. So
cool.
I'm gonna eventually find transportation somehow. I just don't know what yet.
Oh yeah. Have you put on weight since you left? Just with
Unfortunately, yes. When I didn't when I left, yeah, I put on I think about 8 pounds home because I think when I left there I was 170 and now I'm like I'm like 178. So, but see that goes by the same thing. Even when I'm here, I don't eat. They'll be like one to this, but I won't eat anything, and then I'll get a hunger pain and want something. But it's usually if I don't want something, like I said, if I don't want, I've always been that way. If I don't want something to eat, I'm not going to eat. So, yeah.
Oh yeah, are you
Drinking my water. I realized. I mean, I had one Pepsi while I was there because we had ordered, and that was one of the things we had that. And I mean, it was good, but then I just realized that it's just. Though I mean, I've been having water. I mean, I've been drinking tea. I've got back to drinking some tea. So, but other than that, I've just had that in my water. So I'm like, I really don't miss it. I mean, I'll have one every once in a while, but I've realized I don't miss it that much like I thought I did.
I'm a complete Pepsi addict.
I was
Inspiring
big
for
time.
me, to be honest.
I was would be all that. That'd be first. Let's see. I get one when I had to work. Got to work. I would have one when I went to my break. I'd have one at lunch. I'd have one after. I'd have one when I get home. I'd have about like 6 or 7 in a day. I would usually have.
Interesting.
No, I'm still on my water. So I mean, I'll have one every once in a while, but no, I'm drinking my water. So.
Are you okay? Are you that you're not having to focus so much on like the cost of food? Like, are you like kind of happy to be back? I hate to say whatever you want because you know how that is, but like whatever you were eating before. Like, did you miss kind of that or?
Yeah, it's getting back adjusted to eating stuff because it's still an adjustment. I mean, most of the time I would have the Walmart food, but I still have the healthier version of the food, not like I had before. Because when I was there, I would get the healthy versions of everything. What I have now, I mean, I still have the healthy versions.
Have you, since you've been home, this was this isn't something that people do.
No.
Have you talked to any counselors, done any type of therapy? Like, are you planning to?
Not in the near future, no. I may in the future, but not right now.
Okay.
I'm not.
Well, I will suggest to you especially because you feel like you've kind of worked so much on stuff that this would probably be a really great time to do that, to talk to a counselor or therapist and keep building on what you feel that you've done, that you've learned. You've had a big change, and you are, you've lost a bunch of weight,
Yeah.
had all of this stuff going on. So this is kind of the perfect time to, keep that ball rolling. There's a lot of options out there, and we all know I absolutely will always push therapy to everybody. So, it's a really great time to keep that going and keep building upon, how you've
Yeah.
progressed.
Yeah.
Do we talked earlier about you going there to kill him and all that stuff. Were you that YouTube? It almost looked like you were taken by surprise. It was brought up in that video. Did you feel like insulted that he would say that, or had you guys talked about that would be discussed before the video happened?
No, we talked about that before. So I knew sometimes when we go on, we talk about what we want to talk about. So,
Okay, well, that
but
makes
yeah,
sense. I
that
live
was
with
that was it.
somebody who do that too. We definitely will say, oh, let's not mention this or let's mention that. So that's completely understandable. Some people are saying that you were given like an allowance from your own paycheck. Was that how it felt to you? That it was
No,
an allowance
that
type
was not the
situation?
that's it was, but yeah, no, I had I know he said that. So I mean, it is true. I do have over $70,000 card debt. That
Mm-hmm.
some of it was from him, but the majority of it because it was bought that I knew I shouldn't have, but I did because I like to buy. I like money. I like to buy stuff. That's my thing. I love to buy things, even though and I mean, I realized that stuff made me happy, and then it made me happy to buy it. I would come off that high and start feeling depressed again. Not depressed, but like lonely. So that's what I would do was buy stuff, and that would make me happy. And
Mm-hmm.
then, I mean, I did give him money. That was part of it, but most of it was before I even knew him. So
Mm-hmm.
that's where that came from. So I he was not going to pay everything like everybody said. I mean, what I did is um when I got up there, I mean, we had our own checking account, so we did all of that and everything. But
Mm-hmm.
what I did is um he helped me budget my money, so I knew
Mm-hmm.
where my money was going, because before I would never do it. I would just pay whatever and that'd be it.
Mm-hmm.
So, but he did budget, so I knew where the money was going, what it was being spent on, and everything. So it's not like he just took control of everything and said, "Oh, well, here you get this. This is what you got." That's not how it went at all. I mean, it was still my money because I had all
Mm-hmm.
the money. I mean, we would do things, get stuff we needed for the house, stuff like that. Um, but yeah, it was still. I mean, it was still mine. I knew where everything was going.
Yeah. Did
So it's not
you?
like, uh-huh.
So I to how good it feels to buy stuff sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Did you get those same feelings before you lived there? Did you get that same feeling when you would give him money over the course of the last few years? Was that same kind of, I hate to call it a high, but for
It
people
was
who
because
who know
it
what
was
that's
like
like?
well, it was to me, it was, and then I realized. Then we talked about it, and it was like it was just trying to buy friendship. And I know that doesn't work because I know they say money can't buy happiness, which is true. But
Yeah.
it to me, it seemed like I was just buying a friend, is what I was doing, and I
Mm-hmm.
know that's not what you're supposed to do. But that I did get that same high with him, the money and all that. It would make me feel good until afterwards, and
Mm-hmm.
then I would realize, well, that was good. And then the times that I couldn't do it, then I'd feel really bad.
That makes sense. I can understand. why that would make it, Um, do you have any criticisms of Jimmy? A lot of people are thinking that he's controlling everything you say, and like all of this, and that he's influencing everything, and
No, because he doesn't even know I'm on here.
and our question what you're saying.
Yeah, well, he
So
doesn't. I don't know if he knows I'm on here or not. I don't know, but not that it matters. I mean, I can say what I want. It doesn't really matter. But no, we don't. I mean, we never sit there and we never scripted. Oh, you're going to say this, this, and this. I mean, what you did see on screen when I would talk sometimes is because I always just say whatever I want to say. I just say it, but he helps you realize that words you say are important as your actions. If you pay attention to the words that if you before they come out, it won't be as bad because it comes out the way I want it to come out. But if somebody else hears it that has a different thought or philosophy on it, then it's going to seem different. So not everybody is on the same page. So that's what I have to realize is that all words that I say to pay attention. He helped me with that too, to pay attention to what I say. Because I mean, like I would just say whatever and I would just go on and that'd be it. But that was one of the big things that he helped with was paying attention to what I say and what I do with the words. Because that would be something that I wouldn't even think about. It would just be I would just say something that I would always say, and then he would come back and say, "What do you mean?" So I tell him, he's like, "Well, to you that means," and I said, "Okay." I said, "Yeah," and then so we'd talk about it and everything, and then I'd realize, okay, well, if I say that, it means this to me, but if somebody else hears it, it might mean.
Well, I'm gonna drop. I know a lot of people want Chris. For talking to me, for answering my questions.
Oh yeah, thank you.
And I really appreciate it. I know Chris can be a little tougher than I am, but I assure you, you don't want to answer something, just tell him you don't want to answer something, and he'll move along. So a lot of people get intimidated by Chris, but you just tell him what you need to do that. And like I said before, you feel like you've come a long way right now. So please consider doing some sort of therapy or counseling or something to keep growing on how far you've come. That can only keep you moving in the right direction. So,
thank you. I appreciate that.
Thanks, Storm. I appreciate it, hon. Yeah, you're doing great. Like I said, if you don't want to answer something, Josh, you don't have to. I wish Jimmy would do. See, I mean, you got more guts than Jimmy. At least, I mean, you can.
Yeah, like I said, I'll take it if I don't want to answer.
You don't have to answer. It's that simple.
What's up, guys?
Sorry, Chris. I didn't want 3.
Yeah, I know. If you had 3 up, it'll crash it and shit. I get it. No talk.
I tell you, what's going on?
Saying this thing. I have a question. Like, will you be honest right now?
Oh yeah, I've been honest the whole time. Yeah.
All right. Now, when you wanted to go to Jimmy's, were you sexually attracted to Jimmy?
Yes, I was at the beginning. Yes, I was.
And you want to start a new life, or did you like Jimmy to fall in love with you and like have a life together?
Well, I didn't so much have that. I mean, not because jealous. I was jealous of the way he was getting all the attention and making this money. I was jealous. Yeah, when he was on here, I'll tell you, I was jealous because like I said, that's
why you're giving him tons of money, right?
That was part of it. Yeah. I mean, because
you remember when you used the scope, you would move the camera around and show your hard penis a lot.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. That was, I did that. Oh yeah. That's what I did. But that was one of the things. I mean, I different place now. I mean, I have learned, but that was the biggest. That was the biggest thing was jealousy. I was jealous,
And what
and
about when Jimmy found out that you liked gay porn on Twitter? Like, how did he approach you with that?
he just came out and asked me when they.
About that? Because he didn't tell you to put your Twitter on private because it's
No,
not good for his brand.
no, he never did any of that. I mean, he was when he did it. I mean, we talked, brought it right out and talked about it, and I mean, he was not one of
Okay,
those. I mean, he
okay,
was very
now
supportive.
and nothing wrong with absolutely nothing wrong now, right?
No, it's not.
And you felt like there was before all of Periscope and before you met all these people and learned all these things out of the world that goes on, right?
I did before. Yes, I had that
You couldn't
because
come out like you were scared. Now,
it was.
when you moved into Jimmy's, didn't
Mhm.
he try? Did he try to manipulate you to not believe that you were gay?
He just sat there. I mean, we would talk about it, and he would ask me
Why did he say you were straight then? You weren't gay no more.
because I don't know. I still don't know if I am or not. That's the biggest thing. I'm still working on. I was still working on me, and I still am trying to figure out whether I am or not.
Old, you don't know you're.
I still don't know. I never have. I mean,
But you
I
like
don't.
penis.
Sometimes yes, sometimes no. I mean, it's
So
just I
that
don't
means
know.
you're gay. It's okay,
I
bro.
don't know. I
It's
mean,
all right.
possibly so, but oh
It's
yeah,
not right for someone to try to make you think that you're not something that it's not. There's nothing wrong with being yourself, and it's just the whole point of you moving in there. It was to be sexually invested with Jimmy.
that was at the beginning. Yes, that was my thought at the
What
beginning. Yes.
and what changed?
What after I got there and saw what was going on, we actually sat down and started talking about things.
Did Jim
And
turn you off, or did you think any lower of Jim after leaving of him and love him all the same?
oh no, we're still friends. I mean, we got past all of that. I mean, we sat there. I mean, we sat down,
No, I
hashed.
understand. No, I mean I
Yeah.
know that you're still friends and everything, but do you still have the same feelings for him as you did in the beginning?
Oh no, you talk no. We
Sexually,
sat down.
like do
No, the
you
sexual
find
part. No, we sat down and we talked about all that, and we hashed all that out before I left. Before I left, we sat there and talked about all of that. So
but you're saying you're not no longer sexually attracted to Jimmy?
no,
You don't in a relationship.
no, we got past all of that.
That's
We
good.
talked
That's why
about
you
all that.
left. Is that part of the reason why you left too? Because you lost interest in Jim?
No, no, I said we had, like I said before, we had learned most everything, and then with that happened with my sister and everything,
Hmm.
and then also my mom had hip surgery, so it was just everything at one time.
What
So
about the big fight you guys had at the end? Was that a part? Did that help you leave?
no, I mean that was just I mean that was me. I mean I he said something that struck a nerve with me, and
And what'd
that's
he
and I
say? What'd he
react.
say? Can you repeat it? Did he
Uh
call you a faggot?
no, oh no, it wasn't anything. No, it wasn't about. It's something about.
Because he calls you his faggot friend, right?
Oh, I know. Oh yeah,
I
oh
wouldn't
yeah.
doubt he said that to you. What'd he say that struck a nerve?
It was something we were talking about. I think it had something to do. It had something to do with the past. Said something. I think I said something about the past or so. I really don't remember. We
Hmm.
were talking about so many different things, and then he just said something that just hit me. And like I did, I had my glass of water, and I just, you know, how you get mad and throw something. Well, that's just what I threw. I mean, I had that, and he was sitting like right there, and I got mad. I mean, that was it. But uh
Sorry.
huh,
Have you guys ever laid your hands on each other?
no,
Have you
no, it
ever
never.
seen Have you ever seen bruises on Kate?
No, I've never seen any. No.
Hmm. Because there's pictures.
I never. Like I said, I was gone to work most of the time, so I don't know what
Right.
happened while I was gone to work because I was gone to work almost the whole day.
A couple months that you weren't working.
So. Oh, I was working every day. I've been working every day.
Oh, I
That
thought
was just
you weren't working. I thought you weren't working the last month because something happened at your job.
end of March. That was going to be towards the end of March. That's when they, like I said at the beginning, they're restructuring things and they were going to get rid of the position I had. So they did that. But no, I was working every day. I was working there and working part-time jobs that I had.
You stopped working because you were getting tired of walking and shit.
No, no. I was tired of walking. I loved walking. I never got tired. I did it at the beginning, but no, after I started doing it, wasn't tired at all.
Do you still give him money?
Not lately, no.
You know that he says he straight up said in his scope that he manipulated you and he knew that what he was doing. Did you sell your car? Oh, you an idiot.
I didn't see him on scope, so I don't know. I haven't.
No, I know, but how would you feel if somebody said that to you? How does that make you feel?
Oh, he did. We talked about that. I mean, he told me
But he
at the
still
beginning.
says it. Like,
Oh,
while
does
you're
he?
not.
Oh, I don't know.
Bring you up and like has about you.
If I heard that, it's not going to be too good. But like I said, I haven't heard it, so I really don't know. He said it from before, but I don't know about now. But probably too good. That's for sure.
How do you feel being on my TikTok? And we brought awareness to how he treats his friends, and you got like almost 5,000 views already.
Which one on the TikTok one?
Yeah, my TikTok. I have you. I'm bringing away. I brought awareness. Your like change when you arrived there.
Oh yeah, I saw that one. Yeah, that was. I didn't see that. I didn't see that, and then when I saw, I was like, wow, I did change. That was a dramatic change. Because
Yeah.
I didn't realize it because I never paid attention to it. And then when I saw the pictures, I'm like, wow.
How many times a day would Jimmy talk? Like how many? Can you count how many hours on a finger, on your hand? I mean, in fingers.
It was almost. Well, from when I don't know about all day when I was gone, but most of the time it would be, and when I got home, we would talk a little bit, but most of the time he would just be looking at stuff online or doing things. So there, we would have a talk fest. And you got to realize I've always been the kind of person that never liked to talk hardly, and just I don't know, I don't know, just being around him, something. I mean, that has completely shifted. Like now, I mean, I've been talking more than I've ever talked to anybody ever. I mean, because
Right.
I've
This
always
is like the
I've
most
always been the shy.
attention, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. Or just talk for a minute and do that, but just something I don't know. Like I said, I don't know
So Josh,
what
would you say
happened.
good or bad? Yet you don't care as long as you're getting attention at this point. Helping
Never,
Jimmy out, like you never cared. I'm sorry, go.
yeah, I never cared about the attention part. I mean, I just wanted to get on there and talk. I never cared about. I don't care about the attention part like some other people do. I just get on there and want to talk. I don't care.
You were just in love with Jimmy. I'm saying before you moved in.
Yeah, before I moved in. Yeah,
Yeah, you
before.
were
Yeah,
just in love with him. You didn't even care about the attention, right?
no, not before.
Like
No, yeah, I
you
never.
just wanted Jimmy. Like
It
you
was.
wanted.
Yeah, that was before. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what I had before. Yeah.
yeah, makes sense. Because you would try to DM me, right? And because would you say you me at one point?
At one point,
And that's why you kept DMing me and wouldn't leave me alone.
pretty much. Yeah.
When I would say stop harassing me, and I looked up where you worked and everything.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah.
Okay, I see. It all checks out.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's it. That's all. That's all. Everything has.
Why did Jimmy say that you moved there to kill him? I know you missed it.
Oh, what was that? I didn't
You
hear.
moved there like he was scared. You moved there to kill him. Why does he think you were killed? Like, why does he think you wanted to kill him? Was that just for attention?
No, it was. It wasn't. I mean, it was to kill, but it wasn't. It wasn't like to kill and murder. I don't think. I mean, I don't know what he was thinking. I,
You
from
just
my
wanted to
point,
blow him, right?
from my point of view, it was like just to like want to silence him and everything. I think that was from my point, from what I saw from my.
Paranoid?
No,
No?
he didn't seem he didn't seem to me. No, he never. So I mean, I really don't know. I mean, I don't know because I don't really know anything about all the diseases. No.
Right. All right.
So
Do you
that
wanna? Would you want to talk to Sprinkles, Ashley? Would you mind, or are you done here? Because I'll
I don't.
drop. All right. I'll
Uh,
let Ash call in. It was, thanks for answering the questions, Josh. All right. Later.
I really do
all right.
appreciate this, Josh.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
Sprinks.
Okay.
I give you credit, man. You're not. People believe it.
Oh,
I
yeah.
believe you. You're taking questions.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Night. Hey, Josh.
Hey, what's
How are you?
Oh, pretty good. Okay.
First of all, how are you doing tonight? You having fun up here?
Good. Yeah. Oh,
Did you call in tonight? Where did this come from?
actually, yesterday, reached out to me. I was going. I don't mind somebody else that's and they we had a nice long talk, and I said I might as well just call in. I said because I have nothing to hide, so might as well call in if
Can't
people
hear
want to know.
Sprinks.
It'll even
You're
out in a
glitchy,
minute. Just
Sprinks.
let it even out the way
Sprinks, you're
Jib with Chris.
glitchy.
It will even out. Just let it even out the way Jib with Chris. Hold on.
They can't hear you at all.
It will even out. All right. Is it done glitching? You can hear now? You just have to wait for it to connect, you guys. It's technology. So, Josh, I have a question.
Okay.
A couple weeks ago, you came home from work and you brought a package with you from UPS, an unlabeled package from UPS, supposedly, and gave it to Jim, and he found a GPS tracker.
That is what happened. I would always go pick up the mail from UPS, and they handed me the mail, and they handed me the box, and because it had his name and address and everything, and I said, okay. I mean, I didn't pay attention to it. It was a box. I mean, so I brought it home, and then I said, here you go. He's like, what's it? I said, they just gave it to me. I don't know. So yeah, so he
So you
was
mean like
looking
at
at that.
UPS, people have like mailboxes at UPS? Why wouldn't it have been delivered to your house if it was, so you were at the UPS store and they happened to have something that was on its way to you?
No, it was somebody turned it into the store. Somebody went and dropped it off.
Somebody brought something to him at the UPS store and dropped it off and went bring this to their house.
Yeah, they dropped it off to the people at the counter, and they put it in the mailbox. And then I went like I did every day, and picked it up. And I didn't pay attention to it because it has and everything. So I'm like, okay, it's just a package. So then I got it home, and he opened. I was sitting in the kitchen eating, and that's when he was on Scope looking, and was just looking on that in there. So I don't know. Still didn't know if it was an active GPS or not. I don't know. We never knew if it was something. We had no idea. So
all right. So I know, you know, we all know that no one actually happened that day. Like, did you even know, or is this something that I'm trying to understand? He told you to say that, right?
No, that's what happened. I mean, that's what happened. I picked it up from the UPS store like I always pick up the mail. That's what happened.
You always pick up the mail from the UPS store.
Yes, I would always go by on the way home from work, and I would always stop by UPS about every other day. I would stop by and pick up the mail.
Leave and come back in. It'll work. That just doesn't make any sense, Josh.
That's what happened. So I can't tell you that's what happened. So
what happened after that? So he found the
GPS in there, and then he called the police when he was on scope. He called the police to tell them, and then we just ended up taking it and just because, like I said, we didn't know if we weren't sure. We just ended up disposing of it.
So and then the police came and helped you, or you just to them?
He just called.
Okay, and they weren't really interested in helping with that.
They didn't seem to be, no.
So there was a time before where he talked about calling the police to the house because you were looking at something inappropriate. Do you want to tell us about that time?
No, somebody asked me that before, and I said that involved me. That didn't involve. That was on me. So that. Yeah.
But Josh, he felt the need to call the police to investigate you.
No, I did. I called the police.
You called the police on yourself?
Yes.
At the request of I want to say Feet Piece, and that's not his name, Jimmy. Did he tell you to do that?
No, we talked about it, and then I ended up doing it, and that.
Whoa! So he had you twisted. He had you that twisted that you called the police on yourself. It's wild.
No, we sat there and talked about it, and then we called, and they showed up, and we talked about some stuff, and that was it.
So them.
That was it. All I did was talk to him for a while, and that was it.
Odd. Do you think you lost all this weight when you stopped drinking soda?
And like I said, I would have about 6 or 7. Come on, let's go outside. I'd have, yeah.
Holy shit!
A bunch during the day. I'd have that and all. So, oh yeah, that
so
was
really just getting off all that sugar. The weight just fell right off you.
Yeah, pretty much getting off of there and off of that and all the sugary foods that everything. It pretty much, and doing the walking, it pretty much took pounds off. Yeah.
You think you've learned some words? People are saying that you really learned a lot of word salad. Do you know what they mean by that?
I've seen. He's talked about that. I've seen what everybody's been talking about. Yeah, I mean, I do. There was a lot of words. Everything. Now, I will admit that I had a lot of that because I would sit there and talk in circles half the time. I would just completely talk in circles and then get back and not have any idea what I was talking.
Were most of these conversations, these circular conversations, were they Jimmy having everyone sit down and talk, or was it you asking everyone to sit down and talk together? Where would these start? It's kind of like we'd sit down for the day and have your Jimmy talk, or?
Oh no, we would just sit down whenever we had something to talk about or anything. We would just sit down a minute and we'd all just sit down and talk. I mean, it wasn't a plan. This is what you're going to do and this and that. And it was just whenever we had an issue or concern, we'd just sit down and talk about it.
I have a question. Were there any sort of drugs or medicine that you guys were taking?
No.
And what about the shampoo thing? Why did Kate stop washing her hair? What got it in her head that she couldn't afford $1 bottle of shampoo?
Oh, that I have no thing about that. I knew that I have no idea on. I knew we had shampoo, but I don't know.
So you're not aware of when she cut her hair? You weren't there the day when she cut her hair off?
No, I was not.
So as far as you knew, there was always soap and shampoo and everything people could need in the house for things like that. She's really have Kate twisted that everything she can or everything she contributes to the household can just be paid, and so therefore it can be paid help, and so therefore it's not valid. Did he make you feel like that too? Like what you were bringing to the household wasn't valid because it was just money, and he wanted something more?
No, I never felt that. I never felt that way. Like I said, I did my own thing pretty much. I would go to work and do my.
So he would say you would go to work, do your own thing, and that he would actually get frustrated and want you to come home.
No.
No. Do you know if you don't tell the truth that you're like aiding and abetting a criminal? Do you know that you're doing that?
Yeah. No, I would never.
Okay.
He would never want me to come home. I mean, I just do my work and do things and then come home. It was never.
And what made you want to get a second job to put on with your?
I wanted to get some more money so I still had some stuff that I had to pay off.
So how soon after getting there? Hey, vegetarian, you need to calm the fuck down. Did you start paying all the bills?
It was. It's in the comments. Yeah, I mean, it was still. I mean, we would split the bills. We split. I mean, I knew I would pay everything. I mean, we'd always sit down. The money was going and what we were getting and everything. It wasn't everything like he would just take it all and
I understand that he would budget it and all that. I was just wondering how soon after you moved there that you started paying all the. You felt
about a month.
He made you feel like you still had some control on that.
About a month.
Because I think they had a different division of what the contribution to the household. That's what I was saying. No, it's not splitting. So do you feel like they worked in different ways than you worked? Like you worked outside the home and they worked in the home and it all evened out?
Yeah. And like I said, I would do that part and he would, and then Kate would take care of the house and do everything in the house. So I mean, everybody was doing something.
So Josh, we have someone who's called into multiple. Sorry, I'm interrupting you, but what about your niece? Everyone wants to know about your niece.
I don't know anything about my niece calling or anything. I don't have no. I've heard like everybody said what she said, or even if it's her, if it's somebody else pretending to be her, I don't know because I don't know anything about that. I mean, I know she tried to get in touch with me while I was there, and because I mean, I talked to her right after we got there. I talked to her, but after that, I don't know what I want. She's calling in, but I don't know what they're saying, or if it's even her. Yeah, we can take a chance.
You're saying so you're not. So you're. I'm sorry. Let's go into this because I'm going to drop and I won't be able to ask another question. Okay. You said that she's not your niece.
I don't know because I don't. Who's claiming to be my niece?
Spring done. She's trying.
Oh, I do. Oh, I have.
Drop down and let's let her come up and let's see if it's.
Yeah, we can see if it is.
Cool. Well, I hope you're having fun getting all this attention tonight, Josh, and I enjoyed interviewing you. Thanks for having me up.
All right, thank you.
Whoever they're calling. Hello. Josh's niece? Are you Josh's niece? Is it Josh?
If I would see who it was, I don't even see your name. I'm looking at the names, but I don't see.
Recognize your voice?
I don't recognize. I'm looking at some of the names on there, but I don't see. I don't recognize the names. So.
You didn't recognize her voice? You didn't hear her?
If I heard her voice, I would recognize it. Yeah.
I mean, you didn't hear. You didn't hear.
No. No.
Oh, you didn't.
I didn't hear anybody talking.
Oh, they didn't see her.
No, nobody's seen anything. No.
She was talking. Well, maybe it's her phone.
Huh. Well, no, I didn't
Yeah,
see
I
anybody.
could hear her.
No.
Mikey,
Hey,
All right.
is someone else up in the beam, or is it just me?
no, that's just you, Josh. Mikey, Josh.
Yeah, I can hear Mikey. Yeah.
Hey, Josh, how are you?
Oh, pretty good.
Good. How long have you been home now?
Tomorrow will be 2 weeks.
Cool. Hey, Josh, how old are you?
43.
Oh, the whole thing about you calling the police a little while ago. Do you remember what the officer told you when he got
Hold on, Mikey.
I can.
Can you? I'm asking the room. Can you guys hear Mikey?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Can you guys hear Mikey?
Everybody's saying yeah.
Okay, cool. So Josh, do you remember what the officer said to you when he got there?
Yeah.
Why don't you tell us what that was?
That I'm not going to do because it was something personal for me. So.
Okay. So, do you remember how long you?
About.
Okay. So, the cops. Would you say the cops came while you were there now? Did they come less than 5 times or more than 5 times?
Less than 5.
Okay. And
They came one time.
okay. At one time then, did they get a chance to see Kate or
Yes, they did.
alone or while is it Jimmy? Is that his name, right?
Yeah, that's the name. Yeah.
Did they speak to her alone or was he there when they spoke?
If I remember correctly, there, and she went to the door, and they said, "Can we speak to you?" And then they took her out on the porch for about, and then she
Okay.
came back in. So.
Okay. When she came back in, do you remember the conversation?
I didn't have one with her.
Okay.
No, we didn't talk about anything. We didn't talk about, or I didn't talk to her about it. I don't know if they talked about it, but we didn't.
So then the bottom line right now, the cops coming there that day, that's just something that you want, correct?
That's correct. Yeah.
Okay,
That's
because
something personal has to do with me that I'm not going to talk about.
okay, well, not, but you realize how when you say that you called the police on yourself, like if somebody said that to you, what?
Yeah, it does sound kind of sketchy.
Exactly, because I've never known anyone that has called the police on themselves. So for you to do that, there had to be behind you, and I'm trying to get at right now, because we know we've watched what goes on there to kind of see where things were going. So as far I know, you said that you is that the actual truth?
Yes, I've never seen it.
Physically, but we all know that there's a lot of mental abuse going on there. Josh, is that correct?
No, I would have come home anyway. I would have come home. Like I said, because of my sister and my mom, I was going to come home anyway.
Okay.
So after I don't know what they did after I left. I don't know what's going on. All the stuff I'm seeing now, I'm seeing like everybody else now is there. So I don't know.
So you're saying what you're saying is that while you were there, you were comfortable. You liked
Yeah.
the way things were going. You loved how he was with you, and it was all gravy. Is that what you're saying?
No, we had our arguments. I mean, we had like everybody does. I mean, everybody's not going to get along 24/7. But we would sit there and we would talk it out. We wouldn't let it just fester. I mean, we would sit and talk stuff out.
Were you intimate more than one time?
No, we never were.
Okay. Kate.
It was good. I mean, because like I said, I never really got to know her until about 3 months in. And they started talking and getting to know each other a little bit.
How many times did she actually missed her family?
She never told me that, so I don't know.
Dude,
Like I said,
listen to me.
like I said,
Listen, Josh, I'm not trying to offend you, dude, but everything
Yeah.
you're saying right now is straight bullshit. You know that, right? Like, and you're not about anything right now, and it's super frustrating because people in here, they have you in here right now to try to get answers, but you're just so vague about everything that it's ridiculous. You know damn well she had conversations with you, Josh. So
no, she didn't.
why are you steadily lying right now then?
I'm not. We never talked.
You mean to tell me this girl here brought up her family?
No, we never talked about our family. Like I said, I've seen everything, heard the things, and I've seen the stuff online, but she would never talk about it, and I would never ask her because it was none of my. So.
And so it's just one big happy family in there. She is just super happy with Jimmy. She loves not being any of the people that raised her, her family. Like you're saying that's all cool with her.
Yeah. They come to talk to him and everything, and they would be like, okay, and then they would leave and a bit. I mean, she said that there, she spoke her mind and everything. So, I mean,
but who is behind that, Josh?
Oh, Heather.
Come on, let's be real here. What daughter tells her mother to go away? Why? That's because somebody is behind that. Somebody is behind that making it happen. Would you agree with that or not?
no, because they sit there and because if they would do that, they wouldn't invite her to sit down and talk about everything, which is what they did.
How
She
many
invited
times,
them in.
how many times has Kate's family been there, sat down inside and talked about things?
They came in once.
Okay, and what happened?
From what I saw, they ended up talking things out, and she wrote him a letter, told him what she wanted, and then that was it. She wanted them to leave her alone for a while so she could figure out her own stuff. That's
Why her family wants her from him? Why do you think?
that I don't. I have that I don't know. I don't know anything about her and her family and her family story.
So the
no clue.
this last time that you gave money, this most recent time, why did you give him money?
Because I wanted to.
Better to do with you don't have anything better to do with your money?
I mean, it was only $10, so it wasn't that big of a deal. So,
call and ask you for that money. So you still keep in touch with him?
yes, we do.
Okay, so let me get this straight now, because I really following this whole thing until recently, getting bits and pieces of it. So let me just get this right, and you tell me if I'm wrong, okay? You listen to what I'm going to say, if you can, and then you tell me where I'm wrong. So you and Jim, you guys live together,
Yes.
and this thing called Feet, where he, has YouTube channels. He gets whatever. He just talks and talks and talks. It really doesn't make any kind of fucking sense, but that's beside the point, okay? You three are living together, and you are the only person working. the only person working and bringing money into that house. You walk to work, you say you enjoy that because everybody loves walking to work, right? And then you walk home because you love that too, because once again, everybody just loves walking. So you're the only one bringing money into that house.
No, he
And
brought money in too. He did. He worked online, money in as well. So
in what way? Like people
through
giving him
the
donations?
YouTube, doing the YouTube and
Mm-hmm. Okay,
from
but
YouTube.
right. So he and get behind a computer and you think that that's working while you're actually physically working somewhere and bringing money into the home. And when you get paid, you turn over your entire paycheck to him and you think that is normal.
Well, for one thing, I didn't say I turned over my check. And then for another, work can be working at home. So
Let's just say, hypothetically, that you got paid, right? And you went home and you just you wasn't going to give him shit. What do you think he would have done?
nothing. He wouldn't done
Really?
anything. Yeah, he wouldn't done anything.
This is what I'm going to tell you, Josh. Just speaking to you right now, obviously you have some kind of connection to this guy. There's no way at all that you're going to give up anything that truly went down in there. We all know that you're not being forthcoming right now. At least I do. That's how I feel. I don't know how everybody else feels. But I don't think you're being forthcoming about anything. I think you're lying about everything. And let me just tell you this one last thing. God, that Kate is not in there getting abused. Because if you know about it, you just said in front of over almost 600 people, her get abused. And I'm here to tell you that most of us know different. Because you know a lot more than you're up here, dude. And I clear it. You know that you're lying. Period. You know it. Especially with this money thing. So he gets on YouTube. How much money do you every month from his little social media bullshit? How much, Josh?
I don't because I don't know about the YouTube stuff.
Exactly. But he knew about every penny that you made. Okay? Definitely
Yeah.
a fucked up situation right there. And for you to be in here still protecting him and leaving Kate, and you know you left Kate. Shame on you. Have a good night.
Okay. Gonna try to if it is your niece, she's gonna try to call in. At least I think. Might be frozen. Niece, go out and come back in, niece. I don't know why it's not fucking connected. I'll try one more time. No. Hold on, Mike. Oh, here it comes.
Number one, I don't know how to make my camera work. You're right.
Do you hear now, Josh?
That's
Can't
convenient.
hear?
No.
Bottom here? Here?
Everyone else can hear me. You, Josh.
Oh, I'm asking. Yes. Super glitchy. It's super glitchy.
Yeah, no, I can't hear anything.
Well, I'm not talking right now. Okay, number one. I don't care who else is coming in here saying that she is this Ruby fucker. I don't know who that is, but I will tell you one goddamn thing, and you guys can relay this to him because I'm done with this. I'm so fucking done with this. Contact me a single fucking time from the moment you left Georgia. You didn't fucking talk to me because you blocked me everywhere. You refused my calls. I went to fucking Walmart to try to see if you were fucking alive.
You don't hear her, Josh.
And it wasn't.
No, I can't hear anything.
And you know what? To everyone else, I'm sorry.
It's glitching. hon.
I don't. Hold on. Let me. Hold on. I'm gonna come right back in. Okay.
All right. Back if I restart for a little bit longer.
Yeah, I think I can do.
Okay, I'm gonna start, guys.
I'll
Clear out
try
the
to. Yeah.
cache. Okay, I'm gonna restart, guys.